Hey everybody. Oh my gosh, I got up at 5:30 this morning and wasn't able to sleep. And Spirit's like, get up and do a 2021 spread. Like, okay. Okay. So, I don't know how your holidays were, but I'll tell you, man, I was just dragging, just lethargic, completely lifeless and lethargic, just with moments of giggles with the kittens. I was like, do I have a cold or do I have like, what is this thing? And Spirit said it was ascension symptoms, so yeah, so it's just been blah, except for these guys. And they're still at it. Very peaceful and blah. So, and lots of chicken soup. What are you doing, cutie pie? Oh, they're both here. You guys might be able to be entertained by some kittens today. Okay, so they want to start with the energy for the feminines. This is going to be your main spirit guide for the year 2021. Hi, Annie. Oh, here they go. Okay, pig spirit. Use your mind wisely, feminines. Okay, I think we're just going to start with that, and then we'll do the masculines after that. 47. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, 47. Pig spirit appears to remind you of the... Really? I got to read this early in the morning. Okay. Pig spirit appears to remind you of the right use of intelligence, a gift we all have that is meant to be used with love, compassion, and discernment. Intelligence means recognizing the value of intuition partnered with smarts and common sense, which lead to intelligent solutions. Okay. When pig spirit appears, you are called to respect your analytical mind and use it for the highest good, recognizing that all facts must be considered, even when they do not fit what you know already. Spirit blesses us with wisdom when we allow pig spirit to nudge us into open-minded, thoughtful dialogues, whether with others or internally, as well as we mull over our ideas and what we've come to understand. You are intelligent and capable of clear-minded thinking, shaped by the wisdom you have accumulated and the intuition that will tell you when you have more learning to do, because not all facts are in. Now it is time that your decision-making powers are reliable, for you are in alignment with pig spirit's keen intelligence. And I apologize now. I haven't done my nails in a long time. Protection message. Are you... See, this is a good example of being a trooper. This is a spiritual trooper. When you are like on your absolute last leg, at the end of, hopefully the end of a sickness, and you do as Spirit says. But what's kind of cool is when you get in the flow of it and you cooperate, miracles happen. So are you ruminating, turning thoughts around and around in your head, but not getting near to a decision or solution? Pig spirit is here to protect you from analysis paralysis. Let your mind rest now and allow your intelligence to mingle with the mysteries of intuitive guidance, releasing your right hold on facts and unsolved puzzles whether it be a relationship or any other aspect of your life. These kittens are so cute. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else altogether. Yes, and release your grip on needing to know. When your thought processes are muddled by fear and anxiety, allow pig spirit to lead you back to the right use of your natural intelligence. Take a break, relax, and release the ball of worry. Soon the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging for information, and more questioning. When seeking to learn more, enjoy the process of using your thinking prowess. All the elements of your intelligence are reliably guiding you now once you've given your mind a rest. All right, so 2021 feminines, I feel like I've been a little bit in this energy too. Like, what the hell? What the hell? And then that keeps you in thinking, and it keeps you either in the past or in the future. And ultimately, your power lies in the ability to stay present in the moment. And our society has purposely shaped and formed us to only listen to the past or the future. But that's because they're wanting you to be powerless. And when you learn more about it and delve deeply into this, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying that. When you are powerful and you are present in the moment, and you just trust the universe is working everything out for you, and you let go, you would not believe the way the universe starts to back you up. When you can let go of any disempowering thoughts, I can't, I won't, I need all the answers first, or thinking that you're right, you know, I'm right, they're wrong, and I'm just gonna, you know, be in this stubborn stance, or being, even when it comes to love, like, you know, how could they not, and just judging it and not knowing all the information, but just like making the worst of it in your mind and imagining the worst and thinking it's all the worst and just being, you know, down about it, beating yourself up about, like, all in. I just feel like this card is so perfect, because you need to give your mind a break sometimes and just walk away from the problem, whatever the problem is. Whatever has you spinning out over and over, get away from it. Get the hell away from it. Just give up. This is what I say all the time, even in true love, like, surrender completely. Just give up. Just walk away from it. Just be like, I don't care about having a love life, and I don't care if my masculine ever does anything, because I'm done. I have to focus on me. I have to focus on what makes me happy. I have to focus on what I want, and I need to not think that he's going to be any part of it. Because waiting around for somebody to do something that's going to be a major part or a significant part of your future is unbelievably frustrating when they won't cooperate, or they won't believe in themselves, or they won't get past their self-sabotage, or they won't, you know, do anything about their part of it. So you have to completely take them out of the equation and only think for yourself, guys. You just really got to do that. You can still love them, and you can still, you know, hope in the back of your mind that maybe someday they'll actually do something. But until or unless they do, you really got to not even think about them, you know, in terms of, like, so many of you are just like not making a move in your life because you're waiting for this to happen and to breathe new life into things and go forward. But breathe new life into things yourself and get that ball rolling. And when it comes to things that are going on in the world, don't jump to conclusions. Keep an open mind. You know, I can't tell you how many times, like, okay, or here, this is a good example. On my Instagram the other day, I said, watch out for fake accounts. And I told people, I told you guys, I will never solicit. I'm not one of those psychics who will start following you and then be like, I see that you need something. You have a major blockage. You must buy a $500 candle and buy my services. I will never solicit your business like that, ever. So I would allow you to come to me when spirit prompts you. And that happens all the time. So I don't have to go looking for it. You guys come find me when you need me. You know what I'm about. You know what I stand for. And so you guys come to me for guidance, and that's how it works. You go to my website, which is amysatori.com, or you go, join me on one of my lives and pay $11 per question. And that is sent to www.paypal.me/amysatori. Both of those things involve my name. Okay. So the reason that I'm telling you this is because I know about some other readers who have had some fake account things happen, right? So somebody said something to me like, she was like, oh my gosh, you're being psychically attacked, and there's these vampires that are after the psychics, and oh my gosh, you've been targeted, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I was just like, dude, no, I haven't even had it happen. Like, I was just letting you guys know, like, how this goes. Like, I don't go outside of either you pay this way or you pay that way. I don't do any weird stuff. So if there's weird stuff going on, don't fall for it. And she's like, oh, sorry. But that's like a really good example of what we do even with our masculines and everything too. We think that because they don't call or because, I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. So make this a year that you don't jump to conclusions anymore, that you gain clarity, you gain more information, you have an open mind, you have intelligent conversations with those that you can have these conversations with. Don't just assume because somebody says something that you know what they're talking about, I mean, I want to applaud those of you who actually took what I said for what I said and didn't read into it and say to yourself, oh, she's being attacked. Oh, somebody's taken over her account or whatever. I want to applaud you guys because those of you who didn't jump to conclusions, it means that you've been actually working on your self-awareness. And it means that you are, and that's what it's very important. Thank you. Nala's encouraging me. She just rubbed against me. Thanks. Nice to get a vote of confidence from your cat. But basically, she's just saying, well, maybe she is just saying that. Are you saying that? She is agreeing, yes. But basically, that's, just don't jump to conclusions, for crying out loud. Just because you see somebody walking around with someone too, it doesn't mean they're dating the person. It doesn't mean that they're even related to the there could be a relative. They could be, if you guys are jumping to conclusions like that, I mean, I had so many of you over the holidays, this happened. And I was like, yeah, that happened. There's nothing more to that, like gather more information, take things for what they are, and have an open mind. And just just look at the facts, only the facts, and really the facts. The facts are not what other people say. The facts are what you do your research on and find out the truth about. Dig deeper into things, guys. Dig deeper. And don't jump to any kind of hurtful conclusion. Don't hurt yourself for nothing. That makes no sense. To jump to some kind of negative conclusion because you saw something or because you read something or whatever it is, if you're jumping to a negative conclusion, all that means is your ego is in complete control of you, and you are not self-aware. If you're not self-aware, you'll fall for anything. And I told this feminine yesterday too. I said, do not respond to your masculine until you have clarity and until you've cleared any kind of negativity. So, but don't jump to be able to take a situation, see it for what it is, see it for the facts, and just okay, yeah, I told her get clear before you say anything to your masculine. And I said, I said, you're gonna, because when you're not self-aware and when you're caught up in your ego, you lie, you play games, and you do immature stuff. So always, you guys, do at least, if you're upset about something or you're not sure about something or you think something bad may have happened or anything like that, the first thing you should do is get past your ego by grabbing a sheet of paper and doing the exercise. Thank you, God, for my misery. Thank you, God, that this thing happened or didn't happen. That's the first thing that you should do, because it's going to neutralize and help you to gain clarity in the situation instead of jumping to conclusions and hurting your own feelings over nothing. You know what I mean? These guys are like running. They're running around like I don't know. They're so cute. Remember how I was so worried that they wouldn't get along at first because they were growling and doing all the thing, and I knew that cats do that and stuff, but some miracles have been happening lately, and they're starting to cuddle and groom each other and play, and oh my God, I could not be happier and more relieved. So, yeah, we all do it. I mean, we all get caught up in the ego from time to time, or we get caught up in, you know, if something would happen in the future, then that's when I'll feel better, you know. But it's just not true. You got to make it happen now. You got to make happiness happen now, and that's by being present in the moment as much as possible. All right, masculines. Masculines, grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith. You guys know why I'm laughing. All right, let's see here. All right. Take a leap of faith in the year 2021. Right now, you're poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could have ever imagined. When grasshopper spirit appears, it's a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown, for grasshopper spirit represents the innovative spirit that says, why not? And has faith in the powers of co-creation. You're being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when grasshopper spirit appears. You are not going to go backward. So listen to your intuition rather than fearful ego that resists any change and clings worriedly to what is or what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence. For spirit has so much in store for you if you only take that leap. Right? All right. Protection message. Is it hard for you to trust in good fortune because you've been hurt in the past when you took a risk? Staying earthbound does not offer the safety you seek, for that can be found only through trusting that spirit is always with you and wants the best for you. Your intuition is guidance from spirit telling you to let go of your fears and leap into the abundance and good fortune awaiting you. It's awaiting you, guys. Awaiting you if you would just take the leap of faith. Grasshopper spirit reminds you that the only way now is to jump forward. Can you be willing to trust the unknown, the great mystery that you can't fully understand? Even if you take the teeniest leap of consciousness to be willing, it's a beautiful beginning. Sure, every leap forward brings a new challenge, but you can handle it with spirit as your partner, trusting that this new experience will only deepen your life with magic and meaning. Take the leap. That could not have been a more perfect card for the masculines. Okay. So, you know, what else can you say to that? Masculine's got to take action this year in every way. I feel like some of the masculines, like, they've really got to step in their power and start taking the lead in many areas of their lives. And yeah, there's a risk. I mean, when I got these kittens, there was so much risk involved, you guys. I was avoiding that decision for years. And Spirit kept saying, like, you know, some of you would make comments, oh, I thought I saw a cat in the video, or, oh, I thought you had a cat. Don't you have a cat? You know, there were so many signs and things that I was getting that I should have a cat, or that there was cat energy there. But I was pushing it off and pushing it off because I have been traumatized by things happening with my pets before. I mean, and I can't even, if you guys heard the stories, you yourselves would cry. And you know, I understood why my dad got to a point where he never wanted any more animals. Because, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking when they die and when something happens to them and you were responsible or something. Oh my gosh. Especially when you love them so much. So, I mean, it's just like with children. When you have children, it's the same thing. It's with everything. It's scary to think to get in a relationship and to just to think that you could lose them, or it could end, or, you know, like with an animal, they could die, or your child, God forbid, something could happen to the child, right? It's so risky. It is risky, and you don't know what's going to happen. But, you know, like I did with the cats, I felt intuitively, Amy, if you don't get these cats, you're not gonna have a very good Christmas. You better get some joy in your life to help compensate for what's to come. And I knew I had to do it. I knew that I just, my instincts were like, you gotta do it. You have to have something making you laugh this Christmas season. And they were so right, because all this stuff going on with all the energy and the ascension symptoms that I'm having and all this stuff, like, laid me flat on my face. Everything that happened through this season was just flat on my face. And it would have been so discouraging. I don't know if you know, it's like one of those moments where I don't know if I can get back up again, you know? And it was like, these kittens were the only thing that kept me going. They kept me laughing. They kept me feeling like light again, and they were just a lifesaver. So it's like, thank God I listened to that finally. I finally listened to it. And yes, I was scared to death when they didn't get along and I got them home. I was like, what have I done? What have I done? You know, and so many doubts went through my head. And I was just like, you know, if they don't get along, or if this happens, or if that happens, I mean, and I had to get out of my head and say, Spirit told you. Even the cats were trying to give you a vote of confidence and tell you, yeah, I'm the one. And I was still like so scared of the pain of the past that I didn't, you know, that I doubted all along, but I still did it. I took action, masculines. I did it. I took action on it. I took a risk, and it is paying off. And these kittens are being so cute. They're being affectionate toward me. They've been getting up on my lap. They've been, like, you know, very sweet, sleeping with me, being so sweet with each other and everything. So it's just, I've seen that so many times, you guys, and I've been through, you guys know I've been through the worst of everything. I have been through so much trauma and had my PTSD and all that stuff. So it's like, I've been through the ringer and back, and I am here to say that when you have faith in Spirit, when you listen to those promptings, and when you do what Spirit is trying to get you to do, or nudge you to do, or move to that location, or take that job, or whatever it is you feel like you're being pushed to do, when you do it, everything lines up for you. Everything works out. It's the whole idea is to take the ego out. This whole talk should be about, like, 2021, take the damn ego out. Take your ego out. Be self-aware, take the leap of faith when you get nudged by Spirit, and don't even care about the unknown or the risk that it's going to take. I felt nauseous over my decision with the cats. I did. As much as I was excited, I was also equally wanting to puke over it. It was a very hard decision, you guys, because of all the pain in the past. And it could be like that for you and your loved one. It could very well be like you might be very elated and you want to run and throw up at the same time. It's fine. That's fine. Just keep trusting Spirit, you guys. Just keep learning to trust Spirit, because as we're going forward into this Aquarian age and the new earth, you're going to need to keep cultivating And dropping the ego and cultivating presence and cultivating spirit, being led by spirit, being led by telepathy, being, you know, being more in tune with the subtle energies of life. The more you learn to lean on that stuff, the more successful you will be, the happier you will be. Spirit knows so much better than you could possibly imagine. Spirit knows my cats. Spirit was the one that birthed my cats and the whole idea of them and what they were capable of. And Spirit knew just how much they would fulfill my life before I even fathomed having them. Your true love is perfect for you. If you just listen, if you just follow the prompting, that job, that career is perfect for you. If you could just move past your fears, it's all that. It's all by design. God designed the perfect thing for you and the perfect life for you to go into. But you got to pass these tests. It's not just going to be handed to you with all the answers and a whole manual to go with it. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the unknown. You have to put your trust in the unknown. All right, flip it upside down, question your beliefs. 2021, flip it upside down and question your beliefs. Don't just take things for the way you're hearing them. And don't just believe everything you've always believed. Go outside your comfort level, go outside your comfort zone and look deeper into the situation. You know, I thank God, somebody sent me, and I don't know, whoever you are, somebody sent me the fall of the cabal when all this stuff started happening with this sickness. Not the sickness I have right now. I mean, when this all started back in February or whatever. Whoever that is, they changed everything for me. They changed everything because that video made so much sense because my mind was open. I wanted to look deeper. This didn't look right to me. If you guys have that hunch or that feeling, look deeper into the situation and look for the truths. Look underneath it. Be willing to get past the censorship. Find out why are they hiding that from you. Look deeper into those types of things that they're trying to hide. If people are trying to hide something from you, you better hunt that thing down. Whatever is trying to be, taken from you or any of that, yeah. Look, flip it upside down. Question your beliefs. Question all you've ever known. Do you guys know, oh my God, if I even get on this tangent, do you know what Christmas is really about? Why it was really created? The dates around it and everything? The words Merry Christmas? The words Merry Christmas actually mean happily sacrificing your consciousness. Happily sacrificing your consciousness, the very thing that I've been talking about today that empowers you. If you think about this, your mind is the most powerful thing you have. Your thoughts that you choose, if you have to have any thoughts. Otherwise, you're in pure consciousness, and then just everything magically manifests like crazy. Okay, but if you have to choose a thought, choose a positive thought, because if you can just imagine, if none of the masculines could think any of these disempowering thoughts, if they were just present in the moment, they'd already be there with you. You guys would already be flourishing. You'd already be having kids. You'd already be happy. You'd already be skipping around. And they'd have learned all the life lessons and everything and cut through all the bullshit, right? You know, if you didn't doubt yourself or think all these insecure thoughts when he was doing what he did, and you were just totally in the flow, staying present in the moment, you didn't give yourself a hard time. You didn't beat yourself up. You didn't feel sorry for, be a victim about all of that stuff, right? Same thing. Accelerated. Boom, 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 boom. It all just starts unfolding. So, build in breaks and saunter slowly. So just like taking your time and trusting the universe as you go along and taking time to reflect, taking time to go within, taking time to ask Spirit, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? Don't just blindly go with everything and just like be on autopilot and just on default. And I feel like, yeah, just building in those breaks to stop sometimes and just reflect. I've been really trying to do that every evening before bed. And I've come up with some really awesome insights as a result. I just sit quietly. I usually do something relaxing before that, but then I just sit real quietly and I just, is there anything you guys want to tell me? Or if I get a certain thing that's bothering me or something like that, I'll just ask for insights and just be like, why is this happening? Like, what's going on? And I'll see what I get. But that's what we're coming into right now. So take those breaks to ponder. Take those breaks to you know, break out of your habits and conditioning. Look into deeper truths, like where Christmas came from. You guys are about to get everything flipped upside down on you this year because things are coming out of the shadows. You're going to learn things that you wish that you can unlearn because our entire society has shaped and formed us in a really negative way that we haven't even known about. Think of how many times you've said Merry Christmas and what that means. It's got to be thousands of times, yes? And you've sent out millions of Christmas cards that say that. And you didn't even know that you were saying, I very happily give away and sacrifice my consciousness to be a robot. Basically, I give up my consciousness because I give up my power because I don't want to have compassion anymore. And I just want to be a robot and do as I'm told. So, and we've been saying that and conditioning ourselves for years, subconsciously, not even knowing. You know, TVs have had programming for a very long time. You look into what television. Look into these deeper truths, you guys, or you're about to be shocked as heck. Have an open mind and an open heart, though, because we are taking the reins back. The more that we know what's going on, what's been going on underneath our noses all this time, the more we can take our power back and say, I understand the use of words now. I understand the use of grammar now. Lastflagstanding.com. Go to that website. Watch all those videos. Russell knows what he's talking about. The man is telling the truth. And that truth is going to come out. You guys, we've been in martial law for a long time. We don't even have a president. We haven't had a president since Bush Sr. We don't have a constitution. All this talk, when you hear all these people talking about a constitution, our constitutional rights, those don't exist right now. And martial law means that the government is against you. We are at war with our government right now. Flip it upside down. Flip it upside down and question your beliefs and keep an open mind, okay? Or you're just going to be so shocked that you're not even going to know what to do. You're not going to know what to do. So this isn't fear. This is open your eyes and gain clarity on your own self-consciousness, your own self-awareness. See the agendas, read up on the agendas, find out what's been going on behind the scenes. The sickness has been nothing more than a cold. Mainstream media is completely, totally lying. And you guys are all about to find that out. And you guys are going to be shocked by some of the people you thought were dead that are still alive and all of that. All of that stuff that people have been saying to you and you've been calling them crazy all of these years. Start having an open mind because those are actually the people who've been telling the truth all along. So, and they're going to be the heroes of today. All right. So what else do these guys need to know about 2021? Okay. Keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do. Let go of everything else. Do what you can do. Let go of everything else. That is the key to all of this, right? As you go forward in 2021, do what you can do. If you have to, you know, take a stand against wearing a mask, do it. Don't shop at places that require masks. Go with those brave business owners who are saying, we're not going to tolerate this anymore. Take whatever action you can for your freedom, you guys. Fight for your freedom. This is a life or death matter. All right. But do what you can do and let go of the rest. If you can't, you know, just don't overthink it and don't make it a big, more complex thing than it is. Just take one step at a time and deal with one thing as you go along, as you know, as you go. The hand gentles the war. Her hand gentles the war. No matter how much chaos there seems to be in your world, trust it. It's just what is necessary to move you into the right place at the right time for what is meant to be in your future. When it's no longer needed, her hand shall gentle and end the war. Wow. Wow, right? So even though things may look like kind of a shit show for a little while, trust that there's a plan in it. Trust that it's all leading you to your ultimate safety. Trust that if you take your stand in whichever small way that you can, or a big way if you can, take a stand and just know that there is a reason that it's all happening. And just trust. Be bold. If we've been taught to always settle for less than we dream of, we may wonder if living a boldly optimistic life is unrealistic. But you are an adventurer, a divine explorer on the wild path of life. You've been created with those bold dreams in your heart, and you are meant to fulfill them with the loving encouragement and support of life. Okay? Whatever it is you're dreaming of, you are meant to do that. But you have to take a leap of faith. You have to take those steps you're guided to take. Nothing will ever happen unless you take action toward that. Whether you're the feminine or the masculine does not matter. And you know what? You're not going to cause freedom to happen in our world by being sheep, by just following what these people who are against us are telling us to do. You have to rise up against. There are policemen in California who are not giving into the tyranny either. And they're telling people, look, if you have your businesses open, we're not going to shut you down. We're not going to fine you. Those are the good guys. There are good guys. There are good guys who are still trying to you know, fight for us. And more people are like that are going to rise up this year. But it's all a lesson in paying attention. It's all a lesson in how much were we letting people get away with stuff. Almost 1 million children go missing every year, and we're not alarmed? Like, what? We never looked into it to find out what was going on with these children? You know, this is why this is all coming out. Speak your truth. Stand up for what you believe in regardless of the consequences. Speak your truth no matter what others may think. It's time to stand in your own power for all the world to see. You know, do you want for our society to become total communist, total communist country? We lead the world. You guys, we absolutely lead the world. And what happens here is going to be happening to the rest of the world. This is a pivotal point in time. This is an important, you are a part of the most important time of the entire history of the world. This is important, and that's how important you are. Stand up and fight. Speak your truth this year. Don't be a sheep and don't back down. Don't just do as you're told. Fight. Fight for your rights. Use the law, whatever you can. But be bold. Everybody needs to stand up and be bold and quit being complacent. Guidance. Release the past to the eternal winds and allow new energies to enter your life. You are a creation that is vast and endless with no beginning and no end. Allow your life to flow like a river. The spirit of life will guide you and keep you safe. The spirit of life will guide you and keep you safe, but you have to release the past. Now that could be old beliefs too. Or it could be just limiting beliefs about love. Limiting beliefs about what you're capable of and how can I really start again? Can I take this risk? What if I lose it? What if I lose her or him? Or what if they never show up? What if they never get the balls? When there's all of this, you know? There's all of this going on, but they're asking you to allow life to flow like a river. Tap into that vastness that has no beginning and no end. Allow new energies to enter your life and let go of the old. You can't hold on to the past and embrace the future at the same time. You got to realize the past is toxic. Let it go. Inspiration. Your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. Now, you inspire best by living your best life. You know, not lecturing anybody. You can gently guide people to the truth, but you can't force anybody. So even if you start to become awakened to some of these truths that I'm talking about, you know, don't go around, just be gentle. Just be gentle, and your love, your light, and your wisdom will touch people's hearts. So be gentle and inspire by living your best life. Be an example in any way that you can. You know, and I've said this before, but like your grandkids are going to ask you, what did you do back then? Holy cow. In 2020, oh my gosh, I've heard the stories. What did you do? Did you walk around with a mask on and believe all of it? Or were you one of the warriors? Were you fighting for the truth? Were you finding out what was going on behind it all? Behind the song and dance and the show? Did you see the truth for what it was? Or did you buy into the illusion? What did it take for you to wake up? You know, your grandkids are going to be calling you out on it. They're going to be like, what did you do back then? And you're going to either be like, well, you know, I was kind of scared. I just didn't know, you know. Or, oh, I just always thought, though, that the news would never do that to us. You know? Or are you going to be like, I started to wonder what was going on. And I started looking into things. And I started talking to people who had open minds as well. And we all started pulling together. We all started standing up. We all started backing businesses that stayed open. You know, and we started to really, you know, it was incredibly inspirational to see people rise up, to realize that they got duped and programmed even into hating somebody that was actually on our side trying to help us, because they knew all along that he was going to be the thing that would help everything. So they set out to brainwash us for years prior. You know, it's time to wake up. Time to wake up, guys. Grasshopper again. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. All right, we'll take a look at that in a minute. Bull, plenty of material things. So you're going to have plenty of abundance coming up here, but you have to listen to spirit. All right. Pig, again, are you kidding me? That pig energy for the feminines came forward here too. Beware of greed. All right. Pig and grasshopper, though. Can you believe that? Great good fortune. And then table. Hard work ahead. We got to rebuild our society, you guys. We got to rebuild everything. We got to rebuild the way that we look at everything. All the words we use, all the grammar we use, the way things are phrased. The fact that we are like, I mean, even looking into our birth certificates, you guys, we're pretty much like, we're not treated as sovereign human beings, free human beings. From the beginning, from the beginning, the whole system has been working against us. So listen, this has been what it's been about, is greed. You know, needing to have more and more and more. Realize that, you know, it's like, this is totally missing the point. If you're needing a bunch of material things, if you're needing everybody to approve of you, if you're needing lots of money, if you're needing a great reputation, if you're needing all of that stuff to look good on the outside, those things are just not going to make you, I'm sorry, it snowed pretty heavily, so they got all the snow shovels and stuff like that going on out there. And yeah, they don't know I'm in here doing this, so it's quite loud. But you know, going after material things is never going to make you happy. You're just going to be wallowing around in the mud, getting more garbage thrown at you. You know, and you're eating the garbage thinking that that's great stuff. So, and this is more programming. This is more programming that you guys were, you know, since, I don't know, when you look into it, it's like I think it started in the 20s, but maybe even before then, I don't know. But I mean, we've been like mind controlled and psychologically worked against for a very, very long time. And one of the things they've tried to develop in our society is you want things to make you happy. You want things to make you happy. And it's like, when you realize, when you get past that and you start like listening to your intuition and you start actually growing because of your consciousness that you need desperately to have these realizations, you start to go, you know what? None of that means anything. None of it means anything. It's absolutely useless. All of it. Completely useless. Because you're not going to have happiness. You're not going to be yourself. You're not going to be authentic. You're pretty much, you know, going to be a robot that's like Stepford Wives. Everybody acting the same way. Everybody's saying and doing the same thing. Everybody has to have their BMW. Everybody's got to have their Mercedes. Everybody's got to have the Rolls Royce. Everybody's got to have the mansion. Everybody's, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or even lesser, you know, if you don't wear a mask, oh my God, you are, you know, whatever they've been programming you guys about that too. Like, I don't even know. There's so many different ways that they're trying to program us, and they've been programming us for so long. We got to snap out of it. Snap out of it and see the truth for what it is. The real honest to God truth for what everything is. Really, guys, I keep going back to that card. Dig deeper. Let go of the old belief systems. Question everything. Why do I think this? Well, my grandparents taught me that. Their grandparents taught them that. It's been going on for so many generations now that we take it for granted. We take it as truth. And it's like there's so many lies we're living by right now, guys. So many lies. You're going to have all those material things and more, but you got to listen to spirit. It's got to come from a place of like, it's got to come from a different place of than needing to fit in and needing to feel secure. It's like you've got to find that security within, in the consciousness, in the presence. That's where your safety and security needs to come from. Listening to your intuition, letting that guide you, being so present and surrendered that you just know what to do in any given moment. And you're living by instinct. That's the way we were meant to be. That's the way that we have not been taught, but we're learning. You know, we have to relearn everything. Everything. Question and relearn everything. And it's going to be very hard work. but we also have great fortune coming. And that means, like, to me, it's not like a, you know, this plenty of material things and great good fortune. It just means that there's plenty to go around for everybody. Everybody can have lots. We don't have to, you know, what's his face? I forget his name, Shirka or something like that. I just shared a story about this guy who talked about trees. It was the coolest talk. Trees support each other. Trees like reach out for each other in nature to touch, like to touch hands. I just saw my cats the other day, like look over at each other and reach out, and they touched hands. They touched paws. The other day I walk up to Nala and I just rubbed her little paw, and she just kind of did this little squeeze back too. And it's just like these trees reach out to touch each other, and they can actually give nourishment to the weaker trees. And they do. The Aborigines, people who live life the way that it should be lived, they're all looking out for each other. We need to be more like that in our society. Instead of, oh, me, protect our castle. It's like if we were all looking out for one another if we were all waking up to the way that we've been programmed all this time, and we were like, oh my gosh, it's the opposite of the way that everything should be. You know, if you start thinking pretty much everything you've ever been taught the right way is actually the opposite. I mean, you guys, yeah, just start looking into this stuff and maybe take a position of authority. Maybe you're going to start being somebody that people go to for this information. Or maybe you're just stepping up on your throne. Maybe you're going to be the king or queen that you were always meant to be. You're being called up. 2021, you're being called up. Big time. It might involve a precious, it says you'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, a diamond. So you could be getting married. You could be, you know, forming an alliance with your partner, your true love counterpart, or maybe a soulmate. If the soulmate has the guts to come forward before the counterpart, there you go. Go with the person with the balls. Seriously. You'll be giving or receiving a precious gift. So that precious gift is you. You've been in the diamond in the rough, and now you've been shaped and formed into a diamond warrior. So it's time to just step in your power. Archway. New opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. This is going to be a very long reading. But there are new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up, you guys. So, and it's birthed from all of this shakeup. There could not be a bigger point of shakeup ever. Ever. And that always brings in fresh, new, alive energy. And so does consciousness. So the more of you guys who are coming into that consciousness and becoming one with God and being a part of that life force energy, then you're going to be bringing in some wonderful new experiences. But also, I think they're bringing up innocence right now, because don't beat yourself up as you start to learn some of these things. You know, don't give yourself a hard time and say, I should have known better. I can't believe I let this happen right under my nose. You know, all this time. And it's just like, now it's time to nurture. See, he's holding that puppy so gentle and sweet. So no matter what's happened in your past, you were innocent when you got into it. You didn't know you were going to get blackmailed. You didn't know going into that industry that you were going to be totally, you know, or watching that television, you were going to get completely programmed, or whatever's happened. It doesn't, you're a little angel. You were a little angel walking into it, and you just got blindsided and totally programmed, very maliciously and underhandedly and subtly over such a long period of time that you guys all became prisoners, and you're walking around with handcuffs on you and you don't even know it. And they're trying to drive you over a cliff, you know. So, but be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up, and don't beat others up either. As you start to realize some of these things, and that you were maybe wrong, or, you know, anybody coming to these realizations, just see the innocence in them. Just see that they were just naive. Just see that they thought that they knew best. They really did have maybe somebody's best interest in it at heart. Maybe they just believed, you know, I don't know. I mean, I remember thinking people who eat organically and people who analyze all the ingredients and stuff, I thought they were just picky ass people. I would roll my eyes at them and just be like, what is your problem? Why are you over analyzing everything? And why does everything have to be so picky? You always have to have blah, 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 blah. Like, when I knew people like that, I would just either make fun of them or roll my eyes and just be like, people are paranoid. And you know what? I woke up. When I realized that there was an agenda behind it all, almost everything, the fluoride in our water, everything we eat, everything we drink, the way things are processed, the fact that there's sugar in everything. I mean, when you really take a look at it all, it's shocking. Those people were smart. Those people who were going after all the organic stuff and only wanting to eat off of farms and things like that, they weren't being picky. They loved themselves and they cared and they knew what was going on. They were waking up earlier than I was. As long as we wake up, that's all that matters. So be willing to see things differently than you've ever seen them before. Once I started to see other things that were going on, I started to be more open to that stuff. And I was like, okay, all right. So now that I've opened my heart a little crack, let's try to open it further, and let's try to open it further, and let's look at some other things that could be possibilities, and look at some, you know, just keep opening your heart more and more. Honor and trust your feelings. If something doesn't feel right, if it doesn't feel loving, if it doesn't feel true, you got to listen to those gut instincts. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Your immune system is made to conquer anything that you don't need an external anything. Your body is miraculous. Focus on your perfect health. The placebo should be to believe in yourself and your body's capability and God being able to repair you. We actually have many cures for cancer, many cures for cancer that have been squashed at every level possible to keep us from knowing that information. Because they want us sick, because they make a lot of money off of us being sick. It's a whole system. It's a whole system, you guys. Focus on divine and perfect health. That means like what you put your attention on, you create more of. So be thinking about how you can be healthy. Healthy, breathing fresh air. Healthy is also being exposed to germs. Building antibodies. That's how we evolve and thrive as a species, is actually being, it's just like stress. You have to be subject to stress sometimes in order to grow the muscle of thriving. You know, it's going through stressful events causes us to become more resilient. It helps us become stronger. What we've been going through with our masculines and how much we've been hurt, that's all to make us stronger. It's not to break us. So get back to the basics. Get back to the basics of the God-honest truth. The God-honest truth is that we were born and made to be able to take care of ourselves perfectly just as we are. Not to have to put anything in our bodies to be okay. Masks don't do anything but shut you up, keep you separated from other people, and keep you deprived of important air that you need to function properly and for your brain to work optimally. Do some research on it. Don't do it in Google though, because Google's being censored. Again, you have to find alternative resources. Go to DuckDuckGo. Use the Brave browser. You're confused and indecisive because you don't have enough information. Do research or seek expert advice before making a decision. Look deeper, guys. Look deeper. New romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. So, you've got romance coming. If your masculine sits on his hands too long and he continues to not do anything at all, you got a new love coming in. So don't you worry. The universe has got your back. If you've been healing and growing and doing well and flourishing, and you have made it through those tough times, if he did nothing through the holidays at all and just like destroyed your spirit, you know, don't even worry about it. You got new love coming no matter what. Absolutely no matter what. And look at this. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. Be doing that research. Go to BitChute.com. Go to brandnewtube.com. Go to UgeTube, UGETUBE.com. Go to the other resources like that. Lastflagstanding.com. I'm going to say it again because it's so important that we do that research. That is one of the most critical and important pieces of information you guys can possibly have, is to go through that man's channel and just check out what he's been up to and how he's been helping us behind the scenes. The man has pretty much saved our planet and saved us. And he will continue to, and he's going to continue to fight for us, but we have to fight for ourselves too. Get some education. Get some education on some of this stuff. Start watching like Prime Minister. Start watching Prime Minister. Start watching spirituallyraw.live. You know, I'll give you some resources down below this video too. Look at that. I'm helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You're a healer like me. We were born healers. We can heal ourselves. We were born to heal ourselves. That's the way our bodies are created. Our bodies are miraculous. If we have consciousness, if we have air going into our lungs, air that help our brains, we need air. Not to cover our mouths. We actually need to breathe. They're working against us, guys. Increase your support. So we all need to pull together. We all need to have each other's backs. We need to have a network of people. If any of you watching have a business where you're requiring people to wear masks, stop it. Stop it. And tell everybody, there are people out there rebelling against it right now, and they're flourishing. Everybody's flocking to them because they're brave enough to do their own thing and to believe in our own immune systems. And they're going up against the tyranny of the government attacking us. So we got to rise up and fight it and have each other's backs. Some of these videos are just so inspiring. It's like, no, I'm keeping my business open and no one's going to wear a mask and everybody's going to give hugs and everything's going to be normal because nothing has ever changed except for these stupid stories being told, these lies being told. So they're keeping their businesses open and they're doing really well. And the increased support comes in and everybody's rallying behind them. I mean, the crowds are coming in to protect them when the police show up. They're like, no, we're not backing down. We need to do that for each other. Anybody who has the power within them to stand up against this in any way that they possibly can, we need to support each other in it. We need to be willing to go against the grain and be unconventional. To be seen as weird, to be seen as crazy temporarily before all of a sudden we become the heroes, the celebrities, okay? Be willing to be different than others. Go against the grain. We got to rise up at this time. It's important. Listen to your head, listen to your heart together. Have them work together and be your own unique expression. Prosperity's coming. You guys don't have to worry about it. Prosperity is coming in 2021, they're saying. A positive shift in your flow of divine support in every way, shape, and form. I feel like I've won the lottery in every area of my life. I'm the most blessed person in the world. I have all this increased support. I'm living life authentically the way that I want. I'm bringing love in. I'm healing my body. I'm capable of healing my body no matter what. I've gathered all this information. I've studied. I know my truth, and I fight for it, and I stand for it. It's the year of standing in your power. It's going to be a sensitive time. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. Learn Byron Katie's work if you haven't learned that yet. I swear to God, you guys, it's going to save your lives. It's going to save your mentality. You're going to go crazy with some of the stuff if you don't. Seriously, don't take this lightly. And do the exercise, thank you God for my misery, on everything that goes wrong. Everything that you think shouldn't be happening, do the thank you God for my misery exercise. I have that on YouTube if you want to look that up. Do the longer version. But this is a time of deep emotional healing this year too. Your heart's ready to heal from the past experiences, thank God, in 2020, because that was just awful. But your heart's ready to heal from that. And you're willing to devote time and energy toward therapy, therapeutic care. So we're going to be healing our planet. We're going to be healing all of this nonsense. We're going to be taking the damn masks off. And we're going to start questioning who bosses us around anymore. We're going to be our own authority. And we're going to come together as a society to heal each other deeply. If somebody comes to you, yeah, it's so funny. If somebody comes to you and they want to resolve something, or they just want to talk again, and they're from the past, and it's somebody that you don't want to have anything to do with anymore at all, somebody that was maybe abusive, or somebody who is just a total dickhead, or something like that, right? Or a total B. Whatever it is, if this person comes to you and they want to talk to you, be strong enough to face them. Be strong enough to say, what is it that you have to say? And then you stand up for yourself and you pass that test. And you be proud of yourself. Just hear them out. Listen to them with an open mind and an open heart as to what they have to say. And you deal with it. And at that moment, when you've heard everything they had to say, then you stand up and you say, I'm glad you came forward and got that off your mind and got that off your heart or whatever. And goodbye. And you be in your power and you make the decision that's best for you. And it's funny because I looked at the life lessons card right as I was saying that. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessings they contain. This is also another way that this is why you do the exercise, thank you God for my misery. Thank you God that I got completely dissed for Christmas. And then you write down all of the benefits and the advantages as to why that was perfect. That's the blessing they contain. All negative experiences that you've ever had or are currently experiencing or will face, if you take it to paper and write down the benefits and advantages as to why it's happening, you're going to see the life lesson it contains, okay? You got to get past your ego enough to do the exercise, because your ego is going to be like, no. I can just take a shortcut and just be grateful. No, that does not work. That does not work. Don't take a shortcut. Take it to paper. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. That's consciousness. Again, they're emphasizing open to being present in the moment and for the answers to come moment to moment. Wise leader. See, you're going to be a beacon for others, leading the way. Look, I know it's dark and scary, but here, I've lit my flame. Let's just go hand in hand. Let me lead the way. I was scared once too when I started seeing all this stuff, but let's go. We can all come together. And you're leading by your example. You're the lighthouse in the dark. You stand up as a warrior in your own way. It's the year of the warrior as these hidden truths come to light. Answering the call, the time is now, you guys. 2021 is the year of change. You've gone through that gateway of the 1221 portal, and now you're going off to uncharted territories to create a new land. All of the evil is going to be dissipating this year. It's going to be dissipating. Its power is losing its grip. You want to be on the side of love. You want to be on the side of goodness, purity, innocence, kindness. Answer the call, you guys. It looks dark and murky still because we're still in that world that was created this way, this evil way, this Luciferian and Satanistic way. But we're being called to go in those crazy territories. She's got that little lantern. It's a stag. It's not a lantern. I thought that was a lantern she was holding. Stag is a promise of union outside those gates. You had to go through that 1221 portal to go get your stag. Wow. And in the dark and in that scary place. It looks pretty scary out there. She's all safe in her home right there. She's thinking about going out in that gate. But when she does, there's the stag. And he's watching her. Go out into the darkness, you guys. Go battle out the battle is happening this year. The spiritual battle is happening. It's been happening, but we really have to rise up and fight against this thing now. We have to take physical action. This is the year of physical action against those things that have laid hidden. The boogeyman is now exposed. Last year was about, where the hell's the boogeyman? Where's the boogeyman? And you'll light a little flame in the room and you don't quite see, but there's still some shadows, and you're just kind of like, I don't know, where's the boogeyman? Do you have the boogeyman? I don't have the boogeyman. What's the boogeyman really look like? Is he big? Is he small? Is he gonna jump on me? But now it's like, this year is about, there's the boogeyman, let's go get him. You're gonna see the boogeyman for what the boogeyman is, and you're gonna know what to do, and you're gonna go after it in your own way, in your own unconventional way. Everybody's gonna do it different. Choose your path. All is possible. It's going to seem like unknown territory, but you just have to trust and do what you're being inspired to do. All right. All right, we'll do the romance cards. All right, Spirit, so 2021, what do these guys need to know from the romance cards? What do these warriors need to know for the romance cards? Stay optimistic about your love life. Don't give up. Like I said, like the card said even, whether through this person that you've been hoping will show up for you in some way, shape, or form, or through a new person, be completely open-minded as to who it comes through, but you are being blessed, so stay optimistic. Don't give up on love, they said. You're calling in your soulmate, and it could actually be a soulmate instead of a twin flame. But you're calling them in. You're calling in a satisfactory love life where somebody actually reciprocates the feelings, reciprocates your vulnerability, reciprocates your kindness, reciprocates your open heart, sees you and values you for who you really are, and is willing to go the extra mile and to fight for you. Who's got your back no matter what. That's the person coming through for you this year. Open your mind, open your mind, open your mind in all ways. Because passion's coming for you. In 2021, passion is coming for you. Surrender and let it in. Stay optimistic about that coming. Healing family issues. So focus on healing the stuff in your past with your families, and it's going to help you heal, get ready and prepare for this person. So look deeper into those situations as well. Look into the love lives of your parents. How did they treat love? How did they see love? And try and rectify that. Don't be what your parents were. Make a decision. If you're feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. If there comes a time when you have to make a decision, you have to think fast on your toes, listen to your intuition. They didn't say, you know, overthink it. They didn't say just sit there and think. It says listen to your intuition and make a decision. So, for some of you may be in that situation, and when you are, just listen to your gut. Playtime. The dolphins know the importance of playing, as joy creates miracles in manifestation. So maybe you've had to get a kitten or puppy or integrate some kind of joy into your life as well to get those energies moving and flowing like they could. Maybe this connection you have with this new person is going to be a very playful one. I think it needs to be a really playful one, at least initially. So I think this is the approach that you can take with this person. Just be really lighthearted. Try to just keep it light, man. We have so much darkness in our world and so much scary things going on right now that, you know, it's time to get playful. It's time to help restore and get back on our feet again. Use morning affirmations if you need to. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. Or maybe just, you know, wake up in the morning and just meditate. Whatever makes you feel good. A new dawn. The worst is now behind you, thank God, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. We have to repair our earth. We have to repair what these maniac, narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths have done to us. We have a smoother road ahead. Positive new experiences are right on the horizon. But we have to fight for our freedom with maybe our soulmate relationship by our side, our true love by our side. New romance with a spiritual basis is here for you now. So this person's seriously going to have your back. You've been praying for them, and they've been manifesting. So, okay, cultivating prosperity. So these are not bleak times coming up ahead. We've got some wonderful things coming. We got to fight. We got to keep an open mind. We have to be willing to look crazy or different. We got to answer the call when Spirit says. We need to not be greedy. We need to look for these new opportunities and possibilities. Starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming. But it may look a little bit murky at first, you know. Maybe it may look a little like uncharted territories, scary wooded area that where we're just unfamiliar, that's all. But there's these beautiful things that are blossoming and blooming underneath it in the world to come. They said don't fear the new, don't fear change, because change is going to bring simplicity to your life. I cherish the simple pleasures. You're going to be simplifying your life to come. You've collected too much clutter. You've collected too much mental clutter. You know? Who says what's top and what's bottom? Who says what's left and what's right? You know? Start fresh and take a good look at, you know, where all that came from, and start again and stand firm. I am noble, brave, and strong. So stand firm, and you will have victory. You will be victorious. And you'll be shining in that sun. Okay. Look deeper. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. So just keep digging deeper for those jewels of wisdom. Uncover those truths that we're gonna like base our new world on. We have to be willing to look at the truth, you guys, in order to recreate our world and to restore it back to the way that it should be, back to the simple way that life should operate. Us growing our own vegetables, us making our own things like back in the day they used to do. We're getting back to that. We're having to go a little bit backwards in order to go forward. We can do so in a better way. There are new technologies that are going to be coming out too, guys, so keep an open mind about that stuff as well. I feel like grabbing one of these. Honesty. Love, compassion, and truth will heal the present situation. So what's going to heal the present situation? Love, compassion, and truth. Be honest with yourself. Discover what it is that you truly desire, then speak your truth clearly. Always speak with love and compassion, and know that the truth will never harm anyone when spoken from a place of love. Love and compassion is going to heal our world, you guys. Love and compassion and honesty, truth. I've been saying this from the beginning. Pray to see the truth in all things, and you will. Ancient knowledge. There's a flame inside your heart, a light that stems from the dawn of time. Ancient love and ancient knowledge are being rekindled. Isn't that funny? I said we're going back to old times. They're being rekindled. Close your eyes, connect with Him, feel the loving wisdom you hold. Let it flow out from your heart and transform your life. Wow. You have a flame in your heart, which could be your true love, right? Let it flow out from your heart and transform your life. But you got to be willing to take that leap of faith. You know, to team up with this true love person and start forming this new earth. You will give birth to something new, something beautiful. An idea manifests, the beginning of a new and wondrous journey and many blessings. Wow, you could even be having a baby, you guys. Love, partnership, magnetic attraction between two people, union. You discover a deeper sense of self through a relationship with another. But you got to be willing to take the leap of faith. You can't just sit there and just expect it to just miraculously appear in your life. You have to take action steps. What is this remembrance card? Remember, the light within your heart is the same as the rays of the sun and the glow of the moon. The same energy that moves the ocean tides also stirs inside your heart. What is it that your heart truly desires? What have you not said to someone that you would like to say? Find and express your truth. Truth, truth, truth. Express your truth. Stand in your truth. Find out the truth. Dig deeper. Be passionate. Wow. In Christ. In Christ. Unconditional love. Trust, all will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility are soon restored, you guys. 2021 is going to be a powerful year. Let's read the Christos card. You are eternally loved and held within the palm of creation. Feel my presence beside you, my dear friend, for I am always with you. You are always in my heart. That is consciousness. That is God holding your hand. It's Jesus Christ within you. It's the love of God. It's the Holy Spirit within you. So, intention. Do not lose sight of your original intention. Check inside your heart to see if the path you are traveling fits in with your original hopes and aspirations. If not, take action and take control and steer your life back on course. Take action to steer your life back on course. If you have not spoken your truth to that person, or if you need to stand up against something, is your world really the way that you want it to be? Is it truly satisfactory? Does it bring you happiness? If not, get it back on course. All right. I think we're done. They want me to do a blessing now. Oh, one more card of these, they said. Stop and take in the view. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. Just take a look around you and really check, are you happy? And if you're not, you need to do something to get happy, to be your true authentic self. Take a look at all that you've collected in your physical world. Is that really all that matters? If it was all taken away from you, what would bring you happiness? How about peace of mind? How about feeling no guilt? How about making decisions that actually feel good? How about having healthy boundaries so people treat you well? How about making decisions that make you feel really proud of yourself? How about taking care of your health in a way that's empowering, not disempowering? How about you don't give your power away anymore? How about you own your stuff? How about you see your truth? You know, just take stock. Just really take a good look at your life going forward. All right. Oh, what is 338 in my mind? 338. Open your arms to receive all of the gifts the Ascended Masters are sending you. It's safe for you to receive. And then it says, you and your divine life purpose are fully supported by the Ascended Masters. Ask them for help with any aspect of your career or spiritual path. Okay. Hamama insase la shekensa. He pama ma kena e. Hela sa sense, shikepe mama okon, hala popo mama ke shense, hala hepoma, hala kichit sense, popo kopona lakiri inatse, se ha e shense, ha popo mama go shense, tsi pulapuna inate, hel ha ekenda taina, ha shapo mama ha enake, ha sa shikense pena. It kind of looked like a web was being developed between all of you who this really resonated for. If you didn't take off in the middle of this message, good for you. They showed all of you being blessed and like holding hands all across the world, hand in hand, holding and supporting one another and being strong, like it looked like a spider's web. Like we were talking about, like the network of the trees and how they're kind of intermingled like this. Just support and be there for one another and keep each other strong and be gentle with those who don't understand, who are not awakened yet to the truth. Be firm and take a stand in some area of your life, no matter how small it is. Take your stand against the craziness that's going on right now, the lies, and be praying to see the truth in all things. Be praying for our peaceful planet. Be praying for the sovereign human beings to have their freedom, to restore our lands, our earth, our burned woods, for animals to be protected, and for us to live harmoniously, for us to have these incredible new, what do you call it, ways of healing that are kind of extraterrestrial, that'll be like incredibly beneficial to us as well, that are natural, you know. Have an open mind about extraterrestrials as well, because that is another manipulation they could try. And when you start looking into this is what you become wise to. And that is part of wisdom, is being able to learn these things, and not through fearful eyes, but just through, you know, if you can gather all of this information and stay really present in the moment and detached, in the sense that you're observing yourself learning the information, you're going to associate this ancient wisdom of, you know, God is going to kind of supervise the situation and organize it in your mind in a much more beneficial and clear way, if that makes sense. And it'll be integrated more easily and more effectively into your life. Hamama insase la kitchen se hepo pumama enate. He la kitchen pim pumama akinsa se she la papa ina e. If any of you who have these businesses where you're going against the norm, I would love for you to list and comment underneath this video so that people can support you. If you are just a small business trying to survive on your own, you can list that business as well. But especially any of you, I would love to interview any of you as well. If any of you are doing anything brave or bold to stand up against this, let me know. And I would love to interview you and help inspire everybody else to do the same. And I will support you. Or if you're here in the Boulder area, and you are taking a brave step forward to take those masks off and stuff, I will fight for you. I will show up on your doorstep, and if those police show up, I will be there to get in their face and to give them a piece of my mind. And I will bring everybody I possibly can to come help protect you, because they have no legal rights. They have no leg to stand on. So they cannot. They can come after you. They sure can. They can threaten you. They can scare you. They can try to bully you. But ultimately, they won't win that battle. Okay? So you guys have to stop being afraid of that. All right. Have yourselves a beautiful year. Many blessings to you and your loved one. This person who comes forward in this year should be a beautiful romance that's going to be everything you've ever wanted. And it's going to be so worth waiting for. So I just looked over at this, so maybe I should read it. Aura of love. The union of light and dark, of earth and sky, balancer of anima and animus, the merger of two souls. Acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both yin and yang, to create a perfect balance. So this person is going to be your counterpart. They're going to be the yin to your yang. They're not going to be like you, most likely. They're going to be maybe even the opposite. You guys are going to be very different, but you guys are going to be a perfect complement. So if you guys need any kind of help or coaching, I'm available at amysatori.com. And I very much appreciate your support through these times, you guys. And I love you very much. And I consider you my tribe and my family. And so let's fight the good fight. All right, guys. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/AmySatori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. You can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.